So if nearly half of all blacks are not okay with white people, according to this poll, not according to me, according to this poll, that's a hate group. That's a hate group. And I don't want to have anything to do with them. And I would say, based on the current way things are going, the best advice I would give to white people is to get the hell away from black people. Just get the away. Wherever you have to go, just get away.
So that is Scott Adams, who makes the Dilbert cartoon, which apparently up until at least recently was still going on. That was a shocker to me. And he does these videos where he just goes off on right-wing rants and increasingly racist stuff, as you saw there. Those particular comments that you just saw were made in the context of a Rasmussen poll in which 53% of black respondents said that it was, quote, okay to be white, while 26% disagreed with the comment and 21% responded that they were not sure. For context, the saying "it's okay to be white" is considered by many groups to be a hate slogan. It's something that white supremacists say to sort of normalize statements of white power that don't seem as initially offensive, but are generally only used by those sorts of people. So that's fun. Anyway, as a result of all of those little comments he made about staying away from black people, and we're gonna get to more of the video, don't worry. Various media publishers announced that they will no longer be providing a platform for Dilbert, and they denounced his comments as racist and hateful. And this includes USA Today, Boston Globe, Washington Post, the New York Times print edition, a whole lot of them. In fact, Andrews McNeil Universal, which is the group that distributes Dilbert, cited his remarks in announcing that it was gonna sever all ties with him, saying, quote, "As a media and communications company, AMU values free speech, but we will never support any commentary rooted in discrimination or hate." So we're gonna eventually get to his reactions as well as more of his comments. But Francesca, what do you think?
I just think it's funny because Dilbert is so old and so irrelevant, and also very much for white sensibilities, white people, older white people specifically, and maybe even some liberals. I remember my parents who worked in an office environment, were working at in early Silicon Valley. They read Dilbert and whatnot. So you could imagine these magazines and newspapers moving away from Dilbert anyway. And of course, the right would be like, "You're canceling Dilbert," and then you put a mic in front of this dude's face, and it's like, "Oh no. He actually is awful. He is trash." And again, they kind of speaking to the importance of inclusivity, and also the importance of sort of interrogating some of the ways that and this is just from a cultural worker perspective, just some of the ways that the artists and the cartoonists and the people that we lift up and have these cushy ass positions are actually on the inside horrible, and that doesn't mean, look, you can be you can, I don't know, not help an old lady cross the street and you can still deserve to have a cartoon, but being just an out and out racist like this, I just think it's very, I don't know, fitting and perfect. And also, homie, haven't you heard of redlining? A lot of white people keep away from Black Americans by design. And they can sort of run cover and say that they're not necessarily racist, but the way that our cities and our communities are divided, the way resources are divvied up, it often it's just segregation. It's resegregation in so many places around this country.
Yeah. By the way, we're gonna get to his full response, but understand before I give you more of his comments, for context, he says he's not a racist, which is novel because generally when racists get caught saying racist things, they admit to it. Okay, they just admit that that's what they are. Anyway, he says, "I don't believe that we should treat anyone based purely on what group they're a part of." But he said the thing about all white people should stay away from black people. He says that he already had moved to an area with a low density of black people, but don't worry. He said he did it because of something that Don Lemon said. He says that based on the poll results we talked about, he's now going to re-identify as white. You understand, he's re-identifying as white because he used to identify as black because he's not a racist. He says he doesn't want to do that anymore because he doesn't want to be a member of a hate group of which all black people are. Although again, don't judge everyone based on their race, except that he is repeatedly. Anyway, it's just terrible. He says you need to just get away from them, especially, quote, those who don't want to focus on education. That's a fun little thread we can pull on if you want, what he means by that. He's followed that up by saying he's, quote, really sick of seeing video after video of Black Americans beating up non-Black citizens, insisting that it's, quote, every damn day he sees a clip of, quote, some Black person beating the ass out of some white person.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna say, it's like if I were to be like, I'm sick on Instagram of seeing all these ads for like douchey jackets. Like, I did something in the past that got me those ads. I'm gonna say that if you keep seeing these videos, you did something that led to you seeing these videos. Maybe it's the right-wing media that you follow that scours our country of the better part of 350 million people to find an ever-flowing amount of very targeted videos to justify the hatred that you feel. Maybe it's not actually representative of everything that's going on. Have you considered that?
Also, have you considered how to read polls? Because even if you were to accept the premise of it's okay to be white in the most benign form that it comes in, which is not benign, as John mentioned earlier, it is absolutely a white nationalist slogan that they post around, that they talk about, and then you can't be like, but it's not okay to be white. Well, what do you mean? See, like it's just like, oh God. Actually, if anyone wants to check it out, News Broke, the old show that I used to host, Matt Lieb, who was also a host on it, did this amazing video about it's okay to be white and that entire sort of that slogan. So you guys should look that up. But John, 53% of Black Americans said, yeah, it's okay to be white. That is the majority. So what is he pulling on? The 26% that disagreed?